That certainly raises some questions.
Are there any dates? Are there any particular dates on in the journal with these transactions and such?
Yeah, he seems to have been trading with them. He seems to have started about 2 years ago. And yeah, every transaction is like has a date and everything.
Yeah. The problems with like that creeping death thing, that was like 20 years ago, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yep, okay. So Portal is not connected to that. But Portal happens to be where Papa Dragon is.
Portal installation has happened actually almost exactly 2 years ago from now.
Yep. So it's about 18 years too late to be connected. Or at least directly connected in the way my brain was thinking.
But still very worrying, nonetheless.
It is a portal specifically designed to... The way he describes it in the journal is it is made to take... If it's being fed life energy, it will transport that life energy somewhere else.
Does it say what end is transferring life? Is it transferring from the den itself, or is it transferring from the other end?
It's transferring from the SaltMarsh or from the Dreadwood portal to somewhere else.
Well, first course of action is, of course, contend with the Lizardfolk and their war. From there, do we seek out the sister?
Yes.
Or do we seek out Papa Dragon? Or do we make our way to Sty?
I definitely don't think we seek out Papa Dragon right now. We do not have the means to do that at all.
What do you mean? I have this axe.
There we go. I knew it. I knew it.
So, sister first or Sty first?
I would probably say sister first. Because if we're to deal with Papa Dragon, if it comes to that, then we're going to need her on our side. And I'm a little bit cautious about Sun. The fact that he is set up near the Lizardfolk makes me a little worried. It makes me feel that potentially Papa Bear might be planning something for that area in the future, much like he has in the Dread.
What makes you think that?
Maybe just the way he spoke about certain things last time.
The son doesn't seem aligned with his father.
I'm not so sure. But I could be wrong.
Fair enough. Well, first things first, war.
The war. Ha
Yes!
Shulging is like, my axe!
Just twisting the hand. Like,
Wiping pie off his face.
It's time.
Finally. I get to hit things. Alright. First things first, the war. So you make your way to the Lizardfolk lair to get the briefing for your scouting expedition, I assume?
Yes.
Alright. You make your way there, and you know, much to Stolgek's disappointment, nothing attacks you. It is a lovely sunny day, very peaceful. Absolutely nothing going on. When you reach the swamp, you do run into a Lizardfolk, a group of Lizardfolk, and they just sort of greet you and keep going on their way. They're patrolling the area. And you make it back to the lair, and the queen is already waiting for you. A little bit impatient, but she doesn't say anything, you know.
I'm just going to simply apologize for our crudeness. There were certain matters we had to attend to, which were of very much importance. I do apologize, but we are here nonetheless.
She just nods and she says, "I'm just glad that you're here.
Is everything alright? Besides, you know,
Well,
impending war.
Impending war. That's pretty much it.
That's right, I've got a barbarian. We'll be fine."
She laughs and she says, "We just had more scouts come back, and I don't like what they are telling me."
Do tell.
Sorry, I'm trying to find something real quick. And I'm failing. Where is that thing? What? Book. The internet is stupid. Books are the way to go.
You can always trust a good book.
Yes.
And then they do a rotter on us.
Alright.
Sorry, 1 sec.
All good.
Well, they seem to be sinking our old home into the ocean, which is not something I'm very happy about, as you might imagine.
Into the ocean?
Probably.
How?
Yes. Well, they have spellcasters. We have our shamans, they have their shamans. It seems they have some strong enough to lower the seabed.
Why do you think they would be doing that? Just out of
Well,
spite?
No, unlike us Lizardfolk, who are perfectly fine just living outside of the water, the Sahaguin will die if they spend too much time away from the ocean. So I take it they just want to have a proper base of operation.
So it sounds like we need to stop them before they do.
By the looks of it, well, they've already sank 2/3 of it, and they seem to be preparing to sink the rest of it.
You have any...
And yes, stopping them would be very nice. I don't like the idea of our home just being submerged.
I'm assuming just skip the scouting mission and let's go ahead, yeah? Sounds
No,
like you have
I
everything
mean,
you need,
this-
or-
The stronghold is where I would like you to scout in the first place. It is where they are amassing their troops.
Okay.
I just got word that it started sinking even deeper into the ocean, and I'm very much not happy about it. But that's just personal feelings.
Of course. Well, it sounds like we must make haste. That is the case.
Yes, that, well, haste would always be good. I suspect.
I'm curious.
Yes.
Do you think any of your shamans know anything about these ruins? I'm sure it's
I
wrong.
can ask them.
If you can
how,
ask them while I'm away, then that would be great.
Yes, of course. You don't need to know right now?
No. No.
Okay. Yes, good, thank you. And she, like, you get the feeling she is very distracted. Like, she is, you know, properly talking to you, but at the same time, she seems to have about a million things on her mind.
I'm just going to leave her to it.
Alright. She says, if you go to the dining hall, some of our scouts just returned. They can fill you in on what you need to do.
All right. I'll leave you to your work, dear.
Thank you, and thank you again for your help.
Anytime. We'll get this matter sorted.
I very much hope so.
Well,
And yeah, you head out. You make your way. What the hell is that? You make your way to the dining area, and you see a familiar face there. Actually, you see Litrick.
Pete. Finally.
He sort of looks up and he says, "Oh, great, the annoying guys," but he like gives you a friendly smile, you know. He's happy to see you.
Now, don't be like that. Now, whereabouts
Last time we met, you shoved pie in my face.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, I made you look good in front of the women folk, alright?
Uh-huh.
And I made you look tastier.
Sure.
Which I'm assuming everything went well with, yes?
He just laughs and he says, "Well, I didn't really have any time to enjoy any of that, since I had to leave that evening."
Oh. Okay. Where did you go?
Scouting. Trying to keep an eye on the movements of the Sahaguin.
Well, I've got another scouting mission for you.
He sort of looks at you and he says, "Didn't you get it the wrong way around? I have a scouting mission for you."
No. Your queen has a scouting mission for me, and I'm simply asking you to come along. You're a very competent lizard folk. We might need your help with
Yes, and
these
I
marshes.
just came back from my scouting mission, and while I'm here to brief you on your scouting mission that the queen has asked you to do.
See, I can just cut
And
out that middle part.
stops. Yeah, he like stops, he looks at you, and he's like, "I'm not getting out of this, am I?"
Absolutely not.
Oh, fantastic.
And hey,
Great.
Shulgek might have some more pie for you.
No.
All
As
right.
I eat another pie.
He's like, "Oh, come on, Stolgeg. Just
That was the last one.
No, it wasn't. You have more. You always have more."
It really
We
wasn't.
have 3 left.
Anyway, we don't have time for this. Alright?
Let's face it, you miss us. Let's go.
Do you not want to know
You can brief
anything?
us on the way.
Alright.
There's
Alright.
plenty to do and not a
Sure,
lot of time
don't
to do
give
it.
me any chance to have food or relax after I came back.
I'm
No,
gonna grab
sure.
a piece of bread out of my bag and just like jam it into his mouth. There you go. Let's go.
What's this
Yeah.
house?
The other scouts that came back with him, they're just sort of sitting there, they're just laughing their ass off. They're like, "Yep, have fun, bye."
Grab a tankard as well and just fill it up and like slam it against his chest. There you go. Drink, food. You're all sorted.
As you drag him along with you. Oh god. Alright. He takes you to the oceanside exit of the Lizardfolk lair, and you see that they have acquired a small rowboat that should be big enough for all of you and, well, him now, unfortunately. And he says, "Well, hop on in, since you didn't want to know anything beforehand. You guys get to row, by the way."
Alright, well if
And
I'm
he
rowing...
grabs the tankard with ale and just sort of sits down at the bow of the boat and looks a bit grumpy.
I'm gonna look at him and just like, if I'm rowing, you need to keep an eye on these 3. Last time I rowed a bloody boat, some of these fell asleep.
I was rowing the boat.
I'm not looking at you still, okay?
You said these three.
Some of
I
these
wasn't
three.
there.
I wasn't there.
Look, shut up, alright? Boris fell asleep, that's what I'm trying to point out. Trying to be polite.
But it was so comfortable.
Next time you fall asleep, I'm gonna smack you with the oar, right?
You wouldn't do that to an old man.
Oh, yes, sir.
I think you would.
I'm a drunken elf and I've got things to do, my friend.
Jeez. Alright. He steers you and he has you row further up the coast. And he says, well, as you probably know, they have taken over our old lair, which is basically just a maze of cabins and rooms, just honeycombing an island, a little bit off the coast.
The queen told us they were sinking into the ocean.
He looks really angry when you mention that, and he says, yes, they not only dare to sully its floors with their presence, but they've also started transforming it, changing it to fit their needs and sinking it. And he sort of spits.
So what's the plan? And we just row up close and take a look? I dare say that's not it, right?
No. What we are here to find out is we are to determine the strength of their force. How many warriors do they really have? It is really difficult to keep track. There are so many warriors arriving and leaving and on missions around. We are not entirely sure how strong their main force really is. We also want to find out if there are any important areas, important people of note. We need to know if they have some surprises in store for us. The current plan is to not wait for them to be ready to attack, but to strike them in their new fort before they can properly settle in. And we need to know as much about their defenses as possible.
Did your queen mention anything else about the avatar of their god? Is there any new news?
Nothing at all. We've actually not even been able to capture any more Sahaguin. Either they are always traveling in packs that are, well, too big for us to actively attack, and the few that we have managed to capture, well, we've never managed to take any of them alive. Let's just put it like that.
Well, let's make this a little fun then, should we? Let's try and capture ourselves a Sahaguin today.
He just shakes his head. You were gonna say that. What? Can't they just wait in the boat? You guys go do your thing.
I look
wait
at him
here.
and just kind of like, not like, point my head to the side, looking at him just like, really? You want to wait in the boat?
I've been up basically non-stop for the past 3 days. I had no sleep. Fine, let's kiss this.
That's the attitude. Now, come on.
Good people.
Well,
Good people.
row faster then.
I look at him and I'm like, just chuck him one of the oars.
He catches it and like in the same motion just gives it to Brathar. Just very much not interested in rowing.
Someone has to, and I'll just start rowing.
And yeah, you row for about 2 hours before you start to see the former Lizardfolk lair. I do
How much of a sweat do I break? No, I'm pretty good.
You're fine. It's one of those rare situations where for once the wind doesn't blow against you, but actually from behind you. Which is, you know, always nice. Where?
Where indeed?
There it is. Found it. I found it. I did it. And as you approach, you see the island they were talking about. By now, as you can tell, most of it has sunk, and just the very top layer is above the water. And you, Litrix tells you that there are multiple points of entry. There is a sort of a cave entrance at the very bottom layer, the third layer, where you could feasibly get into the fortress. There is one on the second layer, but he would recommend actually taking the entrance that is still above water and currently connected to the land by a very rickety makeshift wooden bridge. Because he tells you that chances are they are very much expecting an attack from underwater, but during the day they don't really guard their the top entrance too well, because I mean, if the Lizardfolk would attack, they would come from the water side and not from the land side. And he tells you that from what he could see during the past few days, they've been very lax at keeping an eye out, and usually just don't even patrol the area anymore. They seem very much believing that they have nothing to fear here.
Good. We can use that to our advantage. Now, this bridge, is that going to be fine for us to cross?
he leans back and he looks each of you up and down, and he's like, well, Dolgek might be an issue with his fat butt from all the pies.
He's just jealous.
Again, boy. Say it again.
Now,
Well,
don't start bickering. We've got things to do. Stolgeg,
Axe handle.
stop eating so many pies.
I'm so good.
I need you
Never
fit
again.
and able, alright? We're going to war soon. Oh, for God's sakes. I'm just gonna pour myself a tankard of ale and start drinking.
Oh, jeez.
Too rough.
Alright, well, if you recommend that top door, then let's take it. Unless anyone else has any other ideas, better ideas, apart from the, lizard folk that knows his, old home better than we do.
I'm quite happy to follow Litrix's lead on this.
Alright. Glorious. Makes it easier on us.
He looks so done with all of you. Like, he's like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah, well, we've
The
heard
whole
that
point-
multiple times.
The whole point of you guys getting hired was so that no lizard folk get harmed, you know?
How
Because
now?
you guys are extensible, they aren't.
Please. You've never been harmed before with us, so I don't think it's going to happen again.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Shut up, Stolberg.
You punched me in the face multiple times, you tied me up, you threatened to throw me into a hole, you threatened to do other nasty things, you punched me again, you kept me in a cellar. Do you want me
Hey.
to keep going?
And look, we're the best of friends, you know?
Yes. best of
adventuring's
friends.
about.
Janice,
Oh, paladin what?
have you considered getting professional help?
No.
I think
not
there
at
might
all.
be some deep-seated issues you need to work through.
Look, just because I like to tie people up and drink a lot doesn't mean I have mental issues. I'm simply
Are
here
you
to stop a
sure?
war.
It's possible if he was probably traumatized after losing the village.
I mean, there's definitely something wrong with his brain.
Look, are we going to scout or are we going to sit here and pick at the elf that drinks a bit too much, alright?
Let's scout.
God, thank you. You know, the elf that drinks too much is the one who has some bloody reason here. Jesus Christ. Leave me alone.
Oh, Janice is just sulking now. Oh, jeez.
My back.
Doesn't he have a jug?
Oh, I've got a jug, right?
Alright. Litrix leads you, you know, he makes sure you stay a good distance away from the fortress. And he tells you to follow up a small river a little bit. And you find a nice place where you can leave the boat. And you get off and you make your way towards the fortress and you see the bridge that's just spanning across the ocean, and you get, you know, you start to wonder if this is really the best approach. Because while there might not be any Sahaguin about, that bridge was definitely not built by someone who knows how to build bridges. It looks spooky. It's made out of wood and rope, and it's soft, like swaying in the wind, creaking. And you're starting to have a pretty bad feeling about this.
I want to have a look. I want to have a look what's underneath the bridge. Like, is there like high drop in the water at the bottom?
Yes. Yeah.
How?
It's
Forest, what is it?
How high the drop is? Approximately 60, 70 feet.
Enough to kill a man.
around 70 feet, yeah.
Yeah, we drop, we're dead. Great. So what I suggest is that maybe we use some rope and get in pairs. Tie each other in pairs. That way, if something does happen, that way we got someone else to help us out. Or we both just fall to our death.
That means Stolgik will go last. Somebody like
Litrix.
Skinny should go first.
Litrix, like, he looks at you and he says, I don't remember you guys being such scaredy cats. And he just goes onto the bridge. Like, he doesn't wait for anyone. He just stomps across that bridge. And you can see it, like, shake with every step as it's
Good, I'm
sort
gonna
of
grab
swinging.
it and just start swinging more.
We'll grab Janice and stop him from shaking it.
Hey, come on, I was just playing around.
Not exactly the time now, is it?
Oh, well, lighten up. Let's go.
After you.
I'm walking on the bridge already.
I will
Put me in
follow.
the bag of holding.
Put him in the bag of holding.
Look, I am not going. Actually, I didn't mind it in the bag of holding. Actually.
I mean,
won't
you
take
would
you
at
10
least
minutes to
survive the fall.
Yeah, and everyone else would die.
Assuming
This
I
sounds
can get
good.
out.
And then you would suffocate because you can't get out of it on your own.
Yes. Maybe a fish will help. I don't know. I can't speak with animals.
Oh. Can I tie some rope, the end of my arrow, shoot it to the opposite side of the bridge, and then tie it to something along here, so that if the bridge does fall, we've got something to hold on.
Would arrow hold us?
How long is
Not in real life.